Hey everyone, how's it going? Octopus here and welcome back to evercrisis. I was about to go to bed, finished doing the polar skip video, and then the game was like, hey, 1 a.m. notice, what's up? Level 60, yeah? So I'm going to go over that plus everything else I didn't get to talk about in the polar skip video because I didn't want to make that video any longer than what it already was because there was so much to touch on when it came to this, but at the same time, not really. So let's jump in, talk about new weapons, talk about level 60, what to prepare for, and just what's going on with everything else. Alright, so if you're awake like I am, the notice just dropped for details of upcoming content release. Thank you for playing evercrisis like usual. They're talking about new chapter, Final Fantasy VII Chapter 4, and I thought this was supposed to come out during the beginning of this event. I guess I was completely wrong. They're going to be updating this soon. Coming soon, and also new crisis dungeons. If you look right now, all the crisis dungeons are gone. I will be posting these videos as soon as possible when it comes to my no overboost account. If my no overboost account can't do it yet, there's a whole month. Same thing with your account. Don't worry about it. I'll post my main account, which they're both free to play, and I'll show how I get through it, enemies, treasure, what abilities, trances to take, so on and so on. So looking forward to this. I do think the game needs more of this. Not monthly, but maybe every 2 weeks at minimum, refresh the other ones or some of them, because waiting a whole month just for this, it doesn't feel like enough, especially with how many things you can purchase with crisis coins. I wish there was more. But anyways, chapter 3, goodbye Midgar. You got to complete that one to do chapter 4. They don't really have a date here, do they? November 19th, there we go. Yep, there we go. November 19th for this, November 19th for the new crisis dungeon. New story is always good. Chapter 4 Cloud Memories will be released. I'm hoping it's the entire story, and I'm hoping that there's new characters coming out with that. Looking forward to that big time. But, level 60. Are you guys even ready for this? Oh man, I just got to level 55. It feels like the other day on my characters. It took a while to do my main team. On this new account, no, because unlike my first account, we hit level 50, then we were stuck and we were doing quests with our level 50 characters. We started completing content, new events, and then they released 55. Where my new account that started 30 days later, it went straight from level 1 to 55 because I did everything. All the battle floors from the battle tower, all the events, farming Shiva, Ifrit, right? It got to benefit. So I got my main team to 55 pretty easily on this account. But now I'm still leveling other characters to 55. I don't even have everyone done yet, and now there's level 60. So we got to talk about what should you be leveling up to 60. I will touch up on that, but there is something in here that says something different. The maximum level of characters will be increased to 60. The uncapping of character levels is scheduled to be implemented regularly. In addition to the level uncap, we will modify the unlock conditions for the character stream and release the training quest experience 7. So, huge. We needed a new character experience quest. I don't recommend using your stamina for experience, and it's proven time and time again that it is a big waste because everything we do gives us experience. If you guys really want to grind experience for a character, go farm the new event co-op. It's 40,000 experience per run. You get a bunch of resources. You're going to be doing it for co-op coins anyways and completing that shop. And then on top of it, 4,000 experience per character. So once you hit a character of 55, switch to the next one. In this case, from 55 to 60. If you're not doing that, everything else you do in the game, including if they release new chocobos, you can use that for experience. If you do end up using stamina for experience, some of you guys are like, that's okay. I prefer to use mine for new events, farming nano cubes, and genomes, so I can always make characters, our abilities better and better and better. So, cool. That's like 200 blue crystals for me. Anyways, modified unlock conditions for the character stream. This is the weird part. Before modification, unlocked at level 60. After modification, so what they're going to implement, you unlock at 57 and 60. So they separate it into two different streams. Regarding the modification of unlocking conditions for the character stream, we have added an unlock stage as a mitigating measure after taking into account the stamina and time required to level up. We hope that this change will allow you to experience a greater degree of growth as you level up. So there's an unlock stage between 57 and 60. How bad is it going to be to farm that experience? Because like right now, if I go to growth stream and we look at the characters above 55, so let's take Red 13 here as an example. So here's everything going on, right? You can see it all. And then all the way to the top. There is going to be a lot of farming here, right? And it says unlocked at level 60. So we have to go from level 55 to level 60 in order to grab all this. What they're going to do instead is, I guess I can't show it, but they had tiers in between, right? You can't grab the next one without unlocking this road. It says, okay, unlock at 25, then 30, then 35, then 40, so on. It's probably not those numbers. But what they're going to do, because it's such a big room and there's so much extra stats in this last area, they're not going to do 60. It's going to say now level 57. You're going to get about half of this. And then it's going to say level 60 and then get the other half. I think that's what they're going to do. Instead of forcing us to wait till 60, because it takes so long to get a character 60, we're going to get those bonus stats early. But how bad is it to just get to 55 to 57, then 57 to 60? It does take a long time to get 55 right now. So prioritize your main DPS, the character that has the best weapon setup, overboost character weapons, right? You have costumes for them, and then your healer. After that, start dwindling down to other characters that you use for different team comps, like, oh, Tifa is my attack down character, Barret does this character does defense up, right? But focus on your two main DPS and your healer. Get those guys to 60. That's going to be a grind and a half. So we're going to talk about the rest of the notices. If you guys haven't seen already, I have a power skip video for Aerith. I think her setup's great. I just don't like this new banner that's limited and doesn't let you get it for later, so we can't overboost it. There is going to be a stream tomorrow, though. With that being said, over my Twitch channel, link down below, I'll be doing birthday pulls. I'm going to do a birthday stream, and I am going to pull on this new account. It hasn't pulled since Prism Rod Aerith. I have 94,000 gems. I don't know how many times I'm going to pull, but I'm going to pull for that Aerith weapon, just because this is a no overboost account, and I do have Aerith as my main DPS. So for me, I'm going to go for that. I don't know if I'm going to go for the costume, but if you guys want to join, link down below. That being said, the rest of the notices weren't too crazy. Everything was very straightforward. Crossover event I'm going to talk about right now. They talked about adding it. Volume 2, tons of gems. Blue crystals galore. Right? An extra 6,000. So I'm at 94,550, and we haven't finished collecting the login rewards for both of them, not including volume 3 that's coming out. So really great seeing all these blue crystals, right? The campaign stuff's very easy as well too. Just do a couple of things here and there and you get everything else, right? Consume 100 stamina in battle, then there's another tier, chocobo, another tier, synthesize, another tier, until you get 1,500 crystals in total. That's great. This account's 40 days old now, a little bit less, right? And I have 94,000 gems completed, and the only thing I haven't done is Ramuh. Everything else I've done. I'm right beside floor level 50. We did all the crisis dungeons. So the blue crystals in this game have been fantastic, even as a brand new player of only 1 month. Speaking of the free stuff, there's a new weapon, Glenn's weapon. Amazing. I love it. And the reason I love it is because it's got boost limit break on it. And we get 24 points out of that. This goes with Lucia's new weapon. And if you guys saw, I utilized this on Lucia to be able to do more limit break damage to an enemy that is resistant to our summons. Ifrit, Ramuh, Shiva are pretty much useless if the enemy resists ice, fire, or lightning. Even if they don't resist it and it's neutral, it won't do as much as your normal limit break like Cloud's Cross Slash, so having more boost limit break potency on your R abilities is fantastic for those non-elemental fights. Overall though, it's a stat stick, can't go wrong. It does have physical attack down for Glenn, so if you're someone who doesn't run D-Braves or you just have Glenn in your party and you want to lower physical attack, you can by low 1 cast, and once you have it down, you can lower the enemies by 2 casts down. So 2 attack down when the enemy's about to do a big hit. So it is useful. It's very expensive compared to just a D-Brave. So if you're using it just to lower the enemy's attack to get rid of his buff, use a D-Brave instead. But if you're using Glenn and you have it, you can lower the enemy's attack down by 2 if you have nothing else. So it's a free version because not everyone is super lucky grabbing those perfect attack down weapons. As for the materia slots, there's a 20% materia slot there, so that's nice. So you could put it in his main hand with boost attack and limit break, making him able to be usable during these fights. So overall, great weapon. Stacking with Lucia's weapon, our ability for limit break, doing extra damage, and 24 points plus 12, we get to go to 36. So now Lucia or Glenn holding these weapons in their main hand will be doing limit break damage of 55%, which is going to really help if you're someone like my count or don't have enough damage. That's going to give you the extra boost there. Now on Glenn stuff, if you are farming it, just wait. I maxed out and I have like overboost plus 10 just from playing the quest over and over and over again. Black feathers did carry over, so they're used for the weapons and the extra stuff. I did already purchase from the shop. Everything that was black feathered, pretty much got it right away because I was farming the other ones. The only thing that's different is the gems, and honestly, as long as you're farming his weapon to get it overboost 11, and then if you want plus 20, because it does help, or you can save them for later, you will be farming these diamonds. So grab everything you see here. I ended up grabbing everything in the shop except for these things because I don't think these have value. You'll farm them like crazy. Grindstones, I just couldn't afford it. There was like 3 layers of that, but I grabbed everything else out of the shop just by using my daily refreshing stamina, right? You can see I can clear the first shop just from refreshing my stamina while I wasn't logged in. Same thing with this. I'm just gonna use stamina that I refresh naturally. Right now it's refreshing. I'm not going to use any pots. Just let the game refresh it. There's so many days left. So grab everything except for the gil. Don't spend it. Things you can't ignore are the grindstones, right? Grab the purples for sure. And you can grab everything here synthesis wise, but you can also ignore these if you want to. I know they're useful, they have their moments, bookmarks, but we do get a lot of them. This is a brand new account and I have 228, tons of choke boosters. But back to the black feathers, just wait till this event is done before you decide which ones you're gonna farm or use the black feathers for, because you still are farming. And black feathers might even go to volume 3 if there's another part to this or something for some reason. With the story kind of ending where it ended, I don't know if there's going to be a part 3 for the shop, but there is a volume 3 happening and another weapon banner, so keep that in consideration. Just save your black feathers once you purchase the normal stuff and hold off on the weapons, which one you're going to choose to max out later on. One last thing, if you guys don't know, because they don't really tell you, the exchange shop updated and Cloud's piece is in here. So if you go to Metal Exchange, the weekly co-op is also reset. New enemies are there if you haven't done them already in the past, but I already purchased it. 29 days left for the Cloud specific weapon part. And this is the second time the game has added this. He has not been part of the events, even though he's part of this event. Costume wise, story wise, he's not in the shop. They just won't give you Cloud's weapon parts, so don't miss this. With that being said, I hope you guys are enjoying the event. I do think they could have done a lot more with this. And with that being said, this is the last part I want to talk about. I do believe that they could implement so much more in this game when it comes to mini games, right? Stuff that's not limited that we can do and log in and just have fun. For Condor, the Golden Saucer mini games, Chocobo Racing / breeding, just things here and there, some kind of Coliseum where we get to do it every month, a whole bunch of different floors besides Battle Tower, right? Something ranking that's just naturally weekly, that's good for extra resources but isn't demanding, or whale status, just things that bring you in and you want to log in and do, because like grinding the same quest over and over and over again, don't really want to do that all the time, right? So hopefully they start implementing these little mini games. There's so much they could do. Hopefully they take feedback from the community. Hopefully they think about it, because I do want to see more than just repeat this quest a bunch of times until you're done farming. So let me know what you guys want in this game, what you want to see. Hopefully they'll see the comment section, or taking that that's judging if they watch this specific video and read this specific comment section, but it's always good to hear everyone's ideas. So leave that down below. For now, thank you guys so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll smell you later.